Hello, hello, hello. It is Matchday Meltdown here, ready for the next episode of the Spartans series on Football Manager 24. Let's get going. Today's going to be a very nice transfer special. When we last left off, we were still technically in League 2. The seasons hadn't switched over yet, and now we are in League 1, and they've got us predicted to finish 5th. But I'm very happy with 5th. We have made a few transfers, and there's a few that I am really happy with. Okay, firstly, I just want to cover off on the signings that we made last episode and just give a quick rundown of that. So firstly, we've got Ryan Cassidy coming into play as our new striker. He is very well rounded. It will do really good as a striker for us. Next, we have Alex Davey to play as a centre back. He is really tall, can jump and head, which I'm very happy with. The composure at 4, as I said in the last episode, is not the greatest, but he is a decent option for League 1. We did play him at the end of last episode, but he will be pretty good for us, I'm hoping. Okay, and to round out the last transfers that we made in the last episode, we have Matt Olasunde, who plays out on the right back, who is very tall for a right back, but he can do the job there. Played a couple games last episode for us, and he's a decent League 1 player as well. Okay, now we've covered off the transfers from last episode. Let's get into the ones that we made for today. And to start us off, we've got Luke Bigart, probably the worst of the transfers that we're doing, but we'll just start at the worst and lead up to the best at the end. But he's really just a cover for our left back spot. He's not very good, but he'll do the job if we need him. Next, we are moving on to Brad McKay, Brad McKay, same thing, whatever you want to call him. Very tall centre back, or not very tall, but tall enough to do the job. He's got 12 jumping reach, 12 strength, can tackle, mark, just your average centre back. He probably won't be that good for us, but he's also just a very nice backup if we want him. Moving on from McKay, we have Lenny Agbar, or Agbar. I don't know how to say his name either, so we're just going to call him Lenny. But he's also another centre back that we've brought in who is a good League 1 player. He's only 19, so he'll be alright. He's the same height as Brad, but he will be pretty decent as a centre back for us. I think he'll probably start. After Lenny, we have Lewis Budinakas, who I'm also just going to call Lewis because that last name is too hard to say, but he is a decent goalkeeper. I'll be pretty happy with him for this season as well. Moving on from Lewis, we have Darren Lyon, a 29-year-old from Scotland who played in Arbroath last season. That's who he played for, and he will do the job as a defensive midfielder for us. He's pretty decent. Pretty happy with him. Let's get on to the next one. And after Darren Lyon, we have another left back who we've also brought in for cover again, Adam Khan. He's only costing us £55 a week, so I thought, why not just get him in? He's only 19, and he can improve hopefully for us and maybe fill in a spot if we need him. Okay, and moving on from Khan, we've got another left back. I know I've signed a million left backs, but trust me, Ewan Davini will be good. He'll start for us. He looks very decent. I'm very happy with him. And I'll show you the next player now, who is also pretty decent as well. I might have mentioned this guy in the previous episode, but Botti Biabi is coming in with 16 pace and 16 acceleration, who will probably most likely play out on the wing for us, and he is a very decent player. A bit like Fosu last season, who didn't get a go, but Biabi, he will definitely be nice out on the wing. Probably won't start, but he will fill in every now and then for us as he is really fast, and he'll be a nice super sub as well. After Biabi, we have Regan Mimnoir, who is a well-rounded player. He will probably play for us as the box-to-box if King isn't in, or he'll play as a defensive midfielder as well. I really like the look of this guy. The 4 aggression is a bit worrying, but he's a very good League 1 player. I actually paid $20,000 for him, which might be a bit much, but he can play every position in the midfield that we need, so he's nice cover, and if he starts playing well, maybe he'll start over Cragian or King. Another transfer that we might have mentioned last episode was Lawal. I'm not going to try and say that first name, but he is a very well-rounded, pacey kind of winger who can also play in the midfield if we do need him, but most likely we'll be playing him out on the left as an inside forward because he is very good and he's got that very strong right foot. He's played at Falkirk last season, which he did okay in, and he's just a pretty decent player, and I'll be very happy to have him. After Lawal, we have a loan signing, which is Dylan Watret, who is going to come in for a right back, as we actually couldn't re-sign Greg Allen to a loan, so we needed to find someone, and Dylan Watret, who's only 17, but he will come in and be good. 15 acceleration, 13 crossing will be really good, and the 12 tackling as well, so he can get up and down the pitch with no worries. So I'm very happy with Dylan. Let's get on to the next one. After Dylan, we have a young 18-year-old Piers Carroll, who I am quite happy with. This bloke, I actually scouted him in the trialists game for the Scottish junior team, and he came up good from the scouts, so I thought, why not give him a contract? He's our most expensive player now, because when we scouted him, the potential was through the roof, and they judged him a bit better than he actually was, but I'm not too upset about that. He can come in, he can probably be a player for us for a while, and if not, we can sell him. So I'm pretty happy with him. He'll come in and he'll probably just start on the bench for a lot of the games, and maybe I'll try and renegotiate a contract with him, or maybe I'll send him out on loan if he can't get any games. Okay, and now our second last signing, who I'm also extremely happy with. We've got Andy McDonald on £180 per week, and he will probably be our best centre-back, who is 188 centimetres. We've got a smallish type backline, but that's okay, because Andy McDonald is definitely going to get the job done. 14 heading, 12 marking, 13 tackling, and 11 strength, and he's not too slow either, so I'll be very happy with him. They say he's a good League One player, and he can also play on the left back as well if for some reason our 500 left backs get injured, but he's had a pretty decent career so far, playing at Peterhead, and he's also played at Elgin City and St Mirren before, so very decent player. I'm happy to have him in the squad on £180 a week, which is a steal. Okay, and coming to the end, I can't remember if I showed you guys this one last episode, but Jaden Bennett's, he's coming in. He's going to be a nice winger as well, bit of a backup just in case any of them go down, but he's got 15 acceleration. He's a decent player. He's got very good potential, and he's coming in on a non-contract, and I can't remember what we signed him for, but he will be very decent. I can tell that. Okay, and lucky last, we have Josh Galloway, who I got in as well. We got him in on a free contract, and he is very good for £250 a week. They reckon he's a championship player, which I don't know about that, but he is very well rounded. If we just compare him to, let's say we compare him to Dunn, our starting left winger, he is better in almost every way. He's just a bit slower, so I'm very happy with Galloway. He will be very good for us out on the right, hopefully. Okay, now we've done the transfers, let's show you the team that I'm most likely going to run so far for the start of the season. Up top, we've got Cassidy, as we mentioned, decent player, happy with him. We've got Dunn, who's sticking around from last season, who was really good for us. Then we've got Galloway out on the right, who I'm very happy with as well, just mentioned him. Then bringing back King from last season, who was a decent player, but his stats probably won't be as good in League One. So we'll have to see how he will go, but he will probably start the first game for us out on the left in the box-to-box. Then we've got Cragen, who is the club legend. He's going to start every game. He's our best player. And moving on from Cragen, we've got Hewitt, who you might remember from last episode, starting in defensive midfield. Very decent player. Might get pushed out by Piers Carroll, who knows, or Darren Lyon, but he will probably start the first game because I'm used to him. Then we've got Davini out on the left back, which we already talked about as a nice transfer. Then we've got McDonald, the cheap £180 a week centre back, who I'm very happy with. Moving on from him, we've got Agbear, who will start as the other centre back, and then it is Olasunde, who will be our right back. And then closing out, we've got Bodinalkis, who will start as goalkeeper. Now, I'm just going to go ahead. At the moment, we are at the 25th of June. We've got a few days before the first friendly against Huddersfield, and I am still going to go ahead and try and find as many players as I can, but if I can't, then I'll meet you back for, maybe I'll meet you for a League Cup game or not, but if that's not going well, then I won't come back for that, and I'll just come back for the first game of the season, which will be Stranraer. Oops, sorry, I also forgot to mention, we still have a good like K1.5 on the wage budget ready to spend. So I'm looking forward to using that. And if I can't find anyone, I can't find anyone. But I'm very confident that we'll find another good player and hopefully bump us up from the season preview of 5th that we have so far. Okay, and the next person that I'm going to try and get on loan is John Lee Yefeko, who is massive at 191 and looks like a really good centre-back for us, which will just give us even more depth at that centre-back position. So hopefully we can get this guy on loan, and hopefully they're going to let us get him for nothing as well. Okay, one more signing that I'm going to try and get on loan is Cole McKinnon. He looks really well-rounded as well. He'll be really good in the midfield. Let's just see what they say about getting him on loan, and we can get him for free as well. So I'm going to try and get Cole McKinnon. That would be very nice to have him in the squad. I know we are absolutely raiding Rangers, but that is what the affiliateship is there for. Okay, one more bit of transfer news that is happening is I've got Jack Hamilton in on loan, and he looks outstanding. I know we just signed Buddy Nalkis, but if we compare them real quick, he is way better in every way, so I'm definitely going to sign him. He looks outstanding, and I don't think he's going to want too much money. So I'm just going to give him an approach. Let's see how much he wants. 300 a week. Absolutely, mate. Take it. I'm not even going to change it. Take it. Come, please. I'll be very happy with him as our starting goalkeeper. Okay, those loan deals have come back, and it looks like McKinnon, the midfielder that we wanted to sign, has rejected us, which is unfortunate. But Yefeko has said yes, which will be a nice centre-back to come in, and I'll happily accept that. And it looks like Hamilton has accepted, so very happy to have him in the squad. I'll happily take him. And we have some more transfer news. I've actually just been going through heaps of players in the scouting range, and I've found Aaron Lyle, who I like the look of. The 3 stamina is extremely worrying, so hopefully he doesn't want too much money, but the 2 strength is also worrying, but the 15 acceleration and pace, I love pacey wingers in this game, and he's 187 centimeters, so he will be able to win some headers. Let's see how much of a contract he wants. Breakthrough prospect, which is promising. 190 a week. I mean, if we can get him down to 150 on a 2-year, oh no, you know what, 1 year. If we can get him down to 150, I will absolutely take that. He will be good. He will be an absolute super sub. He's not playing a full game with that kind of stamina, but he will be nice at 150 a game. I'll be very happy with that. Alrighty, good news. Aaron Lyle is going to sign for us for £150 a week. Absolute super sub, I reckon. 15 pace, 15 acceleration. He'll be great off the bench for us this season. Okay, I've been going through loan players who I think we could potentially get, and Johnny Kenny is standing out. Let's see what Celtic want. £300 a week. Absolutely, I will take that. Give me the end of the season. Accept. Hopefully he accepts that. That would be nice. I'm going to keep going through all of the Premiership clubs, and hopefully I can find a few more. And we've had some good news come back. Johnny Kenny has agreed to a deal, so we have a really, really good striker as well now. Okay, and I actually, off camera, offered Kobe Moore a deal on loan, and he looks outstanding, and he's a bit taller than Johnny Kennedy, so I offered him, and they said yes for £50 a week, so I'm going to accept him. And then we have 1 spot left. Oh my god, guys. I didn't record this game against Kilmarnock in the League Cup, which the group games happen at the start of the season, because I thought Kilmarnock, they're a Premiership team, they're just going to smack us, but we won 3-0, and have a look at these goals. Cragen scored an absolute worldie at the end, and I was just in disbelief watching this. Alrighty, I'm just editing this back now, and I've realised I've made a huge mistake. I've accidentally recorded the game sound, so you can't hear what I'm saying. So it's gonna have to be a post commentary here as Lions smack that one in. In between the games, I'll flick you back to what I was recording before, but in this game, I just really couldn't believe that we won. Galloway scored a nice goal there as well, but this next goal from Cragen is insane, and I was in disbelief. But all the games, during the games, it's just going to have to be post commentary, because unfortunately I stuffed up, and now I will hand you right back to the live commentary that I was doing. Holy shit! I couldn't believe that. I'm just gonna go and finish the rest of the cup games because we shouldn't make it through. But if we get close to it, I might come back for the game against Hamilton if we're close to making it through to the next round in the cup stage. And the last loan deal that we have is Zane Monlewis, who he's awesome, and I'm just gonna ask for confirmation now. And yes, that's all of our loans now. So Zane Monlewis will play as a really good centre-back for us, which I am really, really excited about. And actually, after signing Monlewis, we've actually moved up to third in the pre-season preview. So Monlewis is actually one of the Media Dream 11, which is just awesome. This is how they think we will line up, which is not right, because Hewitt is not going to start at right back. And neither is Dunn going to play on the left back. Okay, and if you are a Kilmarnock supporter, you are probably going to hate me right now because we've just beaten them. But you would know Innes Cameron, who has played for Kilmarnock forever. They've let him go, and he's come to us on loan, on trial, sorry. And I'm going to try and sign him, and hopefully he is cheap enough. Alright, well, 275. We can get him for 200. I'll absolutely take that. 220. Absolutely take that. Absolutely take that. He is... I reckon that Ryan Cassidy might not even get a game at this point. And I've just seen that Ayr United and Wraith Rovers have also offered him a contract. So I'm going to up his contract a bit. He wanted 250. I'll happily give him 275. See if he's a leading championship player. Let's see if we can get him for 3 years and $300. That's plenty. I'm fine with that for such a good player. I will happily pay a bit extra for Innes Cameron, who's 20. He's only 23. He might be a bit slow, but oh my god, he can head it and he can jump, and he's gonna score so many from corners. So I am gonna hopefully get Innes Cameron, and I reckon if we get him, we might be a chance at the title. And I have some bad news, actually. Cameron has signed with Ayr United. He's going to the championship, so fair enough, but that's just so disappointing. I wish we could have got him. Alrighty, post-commentary, Matchday Meltdown here, and as I said before, all of the footage for all of the games got absolutely ruined. In this one, it is the second last game of the cup round, and we're playing Greenock Morton. And I'm just going to quickly ruin it for you because I don't want to spend too much time on it because there's no sound, but we actually win. And Hamilton also wins, so we actually need to win the last game to qualify or get a draw. So I'm just going to quickly show you the goals right now. Okay, this isn't a goal, but it is an important part of the game that I've got to show you. We actually get a pen here at the start of the game, and there's no VAR, so they can't check that. But Cragen steps up, our superstar captain, and misses, which I wasn't very, very happy. I wasn't very happy about that at all. And this is the first goal of the game. As you can see, it's down our end, which is a good thing because Davini gets it, plays it in to Mimois, and he absolutely sends one into the bottom corner. That was a really good goal and absolutely worth the 20k that we spent on him. Just want to take another look at this one. I was very happy by this point, 1-0, and almost guaranteeing a spot in the next round of the cup. And yes, that wasn't it. There is another goal in this game. It's actually going to be another new signing. Kobe Moore scores his first goal for the club. A nice top right corner curler in there. And that meant that we just needed a draw against Hamilton in the next game, and we might make it through to the next stage of the Premier Sports Cup, which would be very nice. And that was the end of the game, 2-0. Hamilton actually did end up winning, so we did need a draw in the next game. And I'm just going to pass you back to the live commentary now, as I was still in the moment in this game, and I was really, really excited. We just have to win the next one, which is against Hamilton, unfortunately. But if we win, or we just have to take it to pens, and we can lose on pens and still get a point, and we will have made it through on goal difference. So let's bloody go. Okay, now we have the crucial decider game against Hamilton, who play in the championship. if we just have a look at the season preview, Hamilton, they got promoted last season from League One and they are predicted to finish in 7th. So it'll be a tough task. But this is the team that I'm going to go with. I've brought in Khan, which is a trial by fire for his first game. I know he can do a job. I've brought him in for this job. He's fast, he can tackle, and he can mark. As long as he plays defensive, that's all right with me. I couldn't keep playing Davini. He was just too tired. And then Agbear is going to come in for Yefeko, who is a bit tired today. Along with Olasunde is going to come in as well because Watrit is a bit knackered. And then I'm going to shuffle Mimnoir, who was the goal scorer last game, to the defensive midfielder and bring in King, who is going to dominate in the midfield like I know he does, as he's got that good partnership with Cragen. Then out left, we've got Dunn coming in and replacing the goal scorer, Kobe Moore, who was also a bit tired. And then we've got Galloway staying out on the right. And then Kenny coming in to play at striker because Cassidy was awful last game. Okie dokie, this is the squad that Hamilton went with. And just have a look at the ladder here. We're just 1 point ahead. If we get a draw, then we get 1 point for a penalty loss, and there's no overtime in this cup, which is a weird thing. So 1 point for a penalty loss confirms it for us, and we are through because they only get 2 for a penalty win. And it actually was a pretty boring first half. We went to half-time, all square. We probably should have been up, but that didn't really matter because we were into the second half and it was 0-0. And this was the first goal. I'll let you decide who it goes to, but I'm just going to ruin it. They score. It's not the greatest thing ever. This is a really good pass over the top here from this bloke. They just get in, nice cross in, and there's nothing we can really do to that. We were down 1-0 and I was absolutely sweating. I really wanted to get into the next round because it was almost a guaranteed 150k. It is absolute rookie hours out here. I forgot to record the bit before the goal, so here's the replay, but we actually equalised with 1-1 with the Galloway goal there from a nice pass from Kenny in the 55th minute. So it's 1-1. We just need a draw and we will have made it through to the next round. And I'm sorry I'm not showing you much gameplay, but as you can see, we actually did get to pens. It ended up being a 1-1 draw and we did end up winning the pens. I won't show you the whole penalty thing because that'll take forever, but we did win the pens in the end. It was nice. We made it through. We actually beat them. So it was awesome. And that's another chunk of money in our bank account, which hopefully we can turn into some better players. Actually, I lied. Here's the last penalty. It's a nice save. We win. As you can see, the boys running down. We qualify. And I'll hand you back to the live commentary. Once we've qualified for the next round, again, 2 years in a row. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. And the second round draw has just happened. And we've actually drawn Hearts. So pretty disappointing, but we've got them at home. So it should be another chunk of change to come in. And as you can see, the balance is very healthy at the moment. So hopefully the board will let us spend some of that because it's very, very nice to have money like that. Maybe we can go professional, but we're playing Hearts in the second round. And if we can get up there, then who knows what can happen. Alrighty, so that's going to do us for today. What a successful episode. I don't think I've lost on camera yet, which is just ridiculous. But we won the League Cup Group H, and I can't believe it. We've made some outstanding transfers. I think we're going to be suited well for next season. We're $6 odds now, starting in third, which is just ridiculous. If we can see the Media Dream 11, we've got Mon Lewis in there. And next episode, we're going to be starting the league off against Stranraer, playing against Stirling Albion, and then maybe seeing if we can play another, depending on how those go. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support. If you've stuck around this far in the video, I really appreciate it. It's a new thing I've been doing, and I'm more than happy to keep doing them if you guys like them. But if there's any suggestions that you guys have for me, please let me know in the comments, and please make sure you subscribe as it really helps me out. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you then.